Hello, this is a continuation from an ardent appeal for betting crimes and preventing crimes, corruption, and preserving lives, the sanctity of life, and protecting lives for security, peace, prosperity, to adhere and be established on earth for all human beings. So to keep reducing and completely kill these criminals and corrupted people and bring them to justice. So I had to say something about my life. There are people who, even my friend Saima Peer, who had was in a better position later on when I went insane, and she started to say that I am I loved the principal because of her position. I loved her. And so I was saying why it's not true, and why not think of why befriend me. So she's put it on, she's told her sister that I'm the one who, no, I'm not the one. I didn't need her in CAS. But she told her sister that because of me she couldn't make friends. She can make boyfriends, she can do everything she likes, just she didn't have to hang with me. You can see I was myself in CAS. I was after another teacher, Mrs. Zahidi, Miss Jamila Zahidi. I was so busy that the art teacher then said that she breathes and you click, and she breathes out and in, you click. I was very busy with my teacher. I had no time for these friends later on who have backstabbed me and distorted my image. ये तो उमैयद का काम है, शहजादा अकबर को सिना दिल पे लगाई, तस्वीर पैगंबर की लाइनों ने मिटाई. शहजादा अली अकबर अलैहिस्सलाम in Karbala, 18 years old, we say he was. History stands witness to this. And he resembled Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how they distorted the image of how they tried to rub off, erase the face of Prophet Muhammad, the true face of Islam. These Umayyads, Lanat Allah alaik. Yes, now I'm here to do justice, to speak about justice. I'm not against any Sunni Muslims. I don't go killing. I don't go proclaiming my religion, that this is the truth. You people hurt Hazrat Fatima Zahra salam alaiha, the mother of martyrs, the wife and daughter of imams, our imams who have sustained this earth through the true perfect worship to God. Otherwise this earth would collapse, we believe, without them. Like Allama Imam Tawhidi said that what is the position, the status of an imam, true imam on earth? From this verse we take that Allah created men and jinn to worship Him. And yes, we were told that our ibadat, our worship, we don't know whether God accepts it or not. But there's one person on earth, the representative of God, the chosen. You see, Shaitan said in the Quran, it's written that I will deceive many, beguile many of your followers, worshippers, except the ones who are your chosen ones. I cannot deceive, beguile, cheat, or call to myself. So, excuse me. I'm sorry this has become like a religious sermon or something, but I've had to say this. Yes, and so in my previous video I was saying the teachers that, the old teachers I've known, before I have known the principal in this life. And yet I didn't in any way even smile at them, as if, I know them. So I refrain from these things. And also another, my childhood friend's friend, relative was in college. I didn't tell her, oh miss, I saw you at your niece's or your relative's wedding, and I'm from this group, your niece's group, your relative's group. No, even when she called me for some misunderstanding that had occurred, she called me and she made me sit beside her in the teacher's lounge, staff room, we call, in St. Joseph's College. And even in the ex-St. Josephians College's reunion, I never, even though she kind of was so enthusiastic to see me, she hugged me, and even then I didn't tell her that, I didn't make the connection, past connection. Yes, when the principal was ignoring me, I could have simply made a past connection with her. She is the one who told me that during retirement she thinks of us, her students, and me, and because I was a photographer, so she still thinks, she told me she still thinks of me. So this is about protecting, giving security to people and their lives, protecting their lives, improving the quality of life. I'm very passionate about this. I wish I had taken this up long time before, but I had depression. I was suffering from a shattered soul, my shattered being, that I couldn't even pick up the pieces in St. Joseph's College when I had this blessing, heavenly blessing of Mrs. Munira Gulzar and Miss Shafiqa Fikri. So I couldn't. It was very shocking for me. In retrospect, even more. So, I mean, Mrs. Munira Gulzar said she wanted the Miss Desa Zara, that old Zara. And how come she got this Zara? So, and I was trying my best. So every day it was like, today I will give my best. But then finally I told my childhood friend, when she came from Oman to Karachi, that I don't have my best, that old Zara. And so now that I want to give her the best, I have everything from the past. I've learned so much. And so she said, Zara, if you have 1%, which is your best, then give your 1%. That's not enough. I mean, what love and what truth, honest people can do, how much they can achieve. I've been struggling and struggling. Oh yes, and where is our 12th Imam? He gave me strength. He said, this will go public. Stand up against some of your family members and those who have cheated us and been cruel, worked connivingly behind us. Stand against every harm done to you. And they have gone on, these Shia Muslims so-called. Yes, and every falsehood will come out. And the world will know about this. Excuse me. Yes, and dua is sabah sab. These evil people will be scattered now as they try to scatter the believers, the good intentioned people who intended good. Hazrat Fatima Zahra Salam Allah Alayha tried to secure me before I went to London for my higher studies. And some of these so-called her followers tried to break me. So Islam has come, it has been 1500 years or so, and this crimes, Imam Hussain alayhi salam didn't give his all for nothing, didn't sacrifice for nothing. My God, our hearts have cried, trembled, quivered, and ऐसे खोते हैं जिसको प्यार करे, ऐसे हाथों से खोते हैं. I mean, with these quivering hands, I made my relationship with Mrs. Munira Gulzar in college. Because she was the principal, I had to be even more cautious and careful, not to smother her, not to give her attention, not to get any benefits from her and favors from her. I've written her a letter in the beginning saying that we will not flatter each other. This, I don't mean that we will not make other people's lives easier. And she was that kind of a person, magnanimous, who would make other people's lives easier. Yes, so I've forgotten that this thing I said I didn't complete in my previous video. When I went back to St. Joseph's College in second year, the teachers were very nice with me, and I was surprised. Since childhood, no one has been so gracious. And the way I am, the way I keep myself. So they were so nice with me. I went to the principal's office immediately after having finished with my forms and admission. And I asked her if she had said something to the teachers. I couldn't believe it. So she told me no, she had said nothing to the teachers to be good with me or kind with me. Yes, so the way I carried myself was that no one should sympathize with me. No one should, I'm not an over-pleasing tipsy with over-pleasing. I even wrote an article on that for my college, St. Joseph's College, because I saw some people in my past who were tipsy with over-pleasing others and gaining their friendship like that. So I'm not like one of those people who for self-interest starts to flatter people, and then when one has no interest, self-interest in that person, then goes against that person. It's this human ego or personality, self-interest. Yuck, it's so disgusting. So I'm not like those sick people. The Quran verse says that they are sick, diseased in the heart. Yes, so I was told that also about myself when I got insane, these sounds, voices and energy. But there was good help too who told me, you just say this, whatever. This is from Hazrat Fatima Zahra, Salam Alayha. And then there would be a backing. God will back you. Imam Mahdi will appear. Ajalallahu ta'ala farajam. Yes, so this is the time to defend the lives of Shia Muslims. Imam Ali alayhi salam told me, our hearts have been crushed. I felt like Yazid is there, here, with me. And I've had to keep quiet. Like I became weak, very weak. And being so brave in the past, I couldn't believe that I could be so weak. There were times when I realized that there could be people who would be scared of a tyrant like Yazid. And then I had this thing of how great, oh my God, these Bibi Zainab, Salam Allah Alayha, how they took it, how brave, how courageous to be subjected, tortured, tormented, mocked at. After the death, after the martyrs, Karbala, they celebrated. And how I was mocked here, and how my enemy would be having this smirk on their face whenever I fell, inside, collapsed, or failed, or a time when they thought that the sheikhs would get me and I would fail. Here too, in the UAE. Yes, and be jeered at, mocked. So it's not that I don't totally agree with Imam Tawhidi, but what he's paving way for our Imam, 12th Imam, what he would do against his own hypocrite followers, Shia Muslims, and those Salafis, we were told, who have killed Shias in Iraq, in Pakistan, elsewhere, distorted the face of Islam. So although Imam Tawhidi, Sheikh Tawhidi, is defending Australia because he's a citizen of Australia, and he's given his life briefing why they came to Australia. And we also went to London, and my father told my mother not to leave London, but his family had come there, so maybe my mother wanted to go back for that. So back to Pakistan, Karachi, to her parents. And but the point here is that the people in Pakistan, elsewhere, the Shia Muslims, will be killed because of what Imam Tawhidi is saying. He's defending Australia as an Australian citizen. And we were told that Imam our Mahdi always gives, it's in our ziyarat, always gives sincere advice. So this is not taqiyya, that if no Shia does taqiyya to harm others, only to protect himself for the right Islam to be spread, and to make us aware of the true Islam. So taqiyya is done not to harm others. Those who do this kind of a thing are not doing the right kind of Islam, are not following the right kind of Islam. They've totally distorted Islam. And the meaning of taqiyya is to defend one's life and to spread the true Islam later on, so you can say, I'm not a Muslim or I'm not a believer. And I hope I can explain this properly, what taqiyya is in Shia Muslim, Shia Islam. If, for example, like I was well protected in London, my rights were given, I was enjoying living in London, and I felt that there it was more like Muslims can go completely free. No one will judge you. They are all doing their work. They're all dedicated to their work. No one is harassing me. If I feel that I'm living a very joyful life and security, full of security and protection, then I can defend that country with everything. See, I lived in London for 3 years in my childhood. I still feel that love for London, and it hurt me that there was this bomb blast over there. My father was there in London. Not only that, but it really, really hurt me. My father used to tell me how he went with his grandfather, and the Londoners were so conscientious people about littering. A child had littered, and the mother told her to pick that litter up and throw it in the bin properly, showing her. And when we were, crossing the streets in London, an old lady stopped us and taught us how to look at the signal and to wait for this walk signal, going green. So I've received all this care, conscientious people there who care, and this is Islam. So I'm not in some taqiyya. This is not even taqiyya. Taqiyya is when my life, a Muslim's life, is in danger because they want to protect the good, even the disbelievers. Islam says not those disbelievers, mischief makers, who persecute Muslims in the name of Islam. So let me get this right again. I know that Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam did taqiyya. It's shown in the Quran against the idolaters. But he didn't go killing the idolaters. He told his uncle Azar, father some say, that he would pray for him. He didn't go killing them. He just dropped some of the idols and fell sick, and he did taqiyya, feeling sick. So everyone left him, and then he started dropping the idols and saying, will you not eat? Will you not drink? Will you not speak to me? That's it. He didn't go killing anyone. Taqiyya is when your life is in danger. You have to spread the truth about Islam, and you can protect your life and those lives who have been protecting you. So, and if they are against your religion, You can't do taqiyya if your life is not in danger against them who have protected you. For example, I'll give another example. I go to India, okay, and the Indian gurus or anyone in India protects me now from the harm and the madness that I was given, harassment in my Muslim country, city, Karachi. Okay? So I go to India for protection from all this. Seeking protection, and I'm given protection from non-Muslim idolaters. There's a treaty formed. They protected my life. So I'm not supposed to do taqiyya and now wake up and say, oh my God, no. Islam is true? No, this is not the way. I will protect the Hindus because I know my imams would do the same. My true imams. Yes, and Imam Hussein alayhi salam told Yazid not to kill the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Told Yazid's army to spare their lives for an eternity. Even though they had killed every one of his, spare his life. Still Imam was asking for their forgiveness. From God. Like, forgive yourself, spare your eternity. Even though you've killed every one of mine. Okay? Still Imam was for Yazid's army, saying to protect yourselves from the fire of hell. If you leave me, spare me the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the truthful Imam. So we Shias, the true Shias, are like this, the followers of the true Imam, and to protect the Hindus. And he said, Imam Hussein alayhi salam said, let me go to Hind. Let me flee now to Hind. Not because he wanted to save his life. His all is gone. What life will he save? But still the enemy's life he wanted to spare for an eternity. He would have forgiven them, killing his son Ali Akbar, 18 years old, killing Shahzada Ali Asghar, 6 months old infant, okay, breastfeeding infant. Even then, why did he say that? Think about this. We Shia Muslims have pondered over this matter. So we don't do taqiyya like it's been distorted and told, even if it is in the Quran about Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. We have to see the Imam Ali alayhi salam used to not just kill blindly all the people, aggressors who warred against Islam. He used to see the future, any generations of those people who had a believer born in their family, so he would spare them. Yes, and I treated London like airport. It was like Medina for me. Like, I'm taking my foot out now from your land. Oh, please, land, call me back, London. It was like Medina. Hello, the